Is Tonga really on there?
What?
Is Tonga really watching?
Right now? I got it. We just went live.
Hi, guys.
Hello, everyone.
You motherfucker, you stolen my... That's my pen.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Oh, I did that pen?
Yes.
That's your pen. I stole that.
Yes.
I normally immediately deny any kind of theft, but
this one I did steal. Yes.
that was me. I needed a pen. You were the only person who had a pen, so I took your pen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flex on you and say, what are you gonna do about it?
Well, I just reached over and grabbed my pen. I didn't know there was going to be a confrontation over a fucking pen.
It's just a pen. There's no conversation needed.
If you need the pen, take the pen. This is Bernie. Take a pen.
Take a pen.
Everybody needs a pen. You can't write checks when you don't have a pen. True. I hate those people.
Where's Larry? Right. Damn, Victor really be listening to the other show. LL I 4U S5Q YE. Oh, you fucking fucker. Ugh. I am not on the camera. You're the only one who's on the camera, Roach. Dog and pony him. Dog and pony him. They can hear me. Can you hear me out there? That is the 8-man.
Here I am, guys.
That's the 8-man. Let's see. ELI. I hope that's an I. 4U. Capital S. 5.
Did you know that was my license plate?
What?
Back about maybe 15 years ago. It was I 4 FORNI.
I did not know that, no.
Yeah.
I am not psychic.
Well, it wasn't 15. It was maybe 20 years ago. They don't even make that car anymore, man. The one I had. I had a Amigo. Remember the Amigos? SUV/Jeep.
I do remember those, yeah.
With the buttons on the back.
Yes, sir.
Where half the Jeep becomes...
I never got close enough to know all the buttons, so...
Right.
That's an I, capital I. God damn it. In Latin, Jehovah begins with an I. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Jehovah Witness people. I love them.
There we go. Chat's working now. Eric's outside smoking. He'll be with us soon. He's got to get his nicotine in.
I don't see how people are addicted to shit like that, you know?
Well, I see how they're addicted to it. I don't see how they continue to be.
Me, I like to drink, and that's about it.
I need my charger for my laptop. All right. I'll be right back. Until I get back, Oach is in charge. Don't give him any grief. I'll put the shit up on the screen, too, here in a minute.
Yeah, so I could see what the hell they're saying, huh?
Right now, you're pretty much just an island.
So if you guys are out there, which you are, what do you think of the studio? Pretty good fucking studio, hey? And, yeah, these guys asked me to be on today. So I said, I'll do it. We did an Ochoman this morning. So I think we'll have a good time. You know what, though? If they start really wigging out on shit, I don't know what to say then. I mean, I don't know. This is a conspiracy show. So, anyway, Big E's back.
I got the card.
You got the card in there? You're the man. You're the man. I got some white tea with vodka. Can you believe that? White tea with vodka.
White tea with vodka. What the fuck is white tea?
Well, it's a white tea. You got black
brown
tea,
tea.
you got white tea. I mean, you could do a conspiracy show on teas.
I'm not going to do that.
On where they came from, how many people have died because of tea. They made fucking Silk Road just to reach the teas.
All the tea in China.
All the tea in China, and everyone made a move to get it. Tea has been on everyone's mind from day one.
Tea caused AIDS. I can't back that up.
No, he can't.
All right, now I'm finally buckled in. That's a good thing. Let me see what we got
How
going
about
on
popping
here.
it on big screen there so I can see what's going on?
How
up
about
there,
Scotty
too?
No?
UGCA, UGC, yo, radio, radio.
Oh, you're talking about the. Oh, you're talking about the. Oh, wow. We're echoing. You hear that? Oh, you're talking about the. Oh, wow. We're echoing. You hear that? Oh, you're talking about the.
We're in a different dimension.
Playing first base for New York. First base, Mickey. For New York. Mantle. Base, Mickey. For New York. Mantle. Base, Mickey.
Yeah.
Mantle. Mickey.
Oh, how about this? How about this? Oh, how about this? How about this? Can you get that all that other shit off?
We got to get a second.
Okay, hang on here.
Today.
Hold on. Let's let the other shit get out of here. You're gonna want to pull a chair in.
You can pull this in, and I'll pull the other one.
That's what she said.
Yeah, you gave me that one.
Double check and make sure that's not, whatever one you have isn't the one that dumps down on itself.
Oh, this may be it then.
There's one behind. That's the one that dumps down.
All right, you don't want that.
Are we already live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
Fucker started the show without.
We had to. Shit was going down. I got to get this up on the screen for Roach.
Really? This is the one, huh?
This one behind you is good stuff. Here, I'll put my.
Boop boop doop boop 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 doop boop 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 doop boop doop boop 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 doop boop 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 doop boop. Wow 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 wow.
And the men who hold high places.
Ah, there you had that.
I muted him.
Starts
Nope.
to mold a reality closer to the heart.
That was beautiful.
That was not.
That was
really
a
all
tribute.
beautiful.
That was a tribute.
The blacksmith and the artist. The blacksmith and the artist. The blacksmith.
All right, here's mine.
Today, I
looks
consider
really good.
myself the luckiest man.
Oh, hold on. I don't have that fucking turned on. Try it again.
Today,
Oh fuck. I fucked
All right,
it.
here's mine.
today, I consider
Let's go all the way.
Today,
go
I
on.
consider myself the luckiest man.
go on.
I consider On myself earth. the luckiest man. I consider myself the luckiest man. Oh my God, it's falling apart. Linda! Oh my God, it's falling apart. Linda!
Hindenburg.
Oh, for the love of
All right,
mankind.
I gotta stop that. That was bad. All right, Jesus Christ.
You just needed that to hit the chair.
Are we loud enough out there? I don't sound loud enough. I can turn up my headphones here though. That's better. Hey, if your headphones aren't loud enough, folks, you got a thing you can turn them up right in front of you.
I already did.
I already did. The motherfucker acts like he knows how to work a knob now.
I think you showed me like 15 times.
Turn it clockwise.
Yes.
Well, it took 15 times
Fuck.
for you to get it. Shit, we don't have lights.
I need 10 more degrees, Everett.
10 more degrees of what?
10 more degrees.
You know what you should have
I
made in the studio, dude? That I just thought of?
Pineapple vodka.
No. What's that?
That drink, pineapple juice with vodka.
All right. That's our drink, by the way.
That's what I've been ordering. That's really good.
All right. But this is
You need a smaller laptop screen.
this is what we need.
Or maybe a table next to you.
Okay. Well,
Biggie, is there any chance down the line you can make this extend out the bottom part to where we can
A drink
put our
holder.
drink?
and a laptop screen, a laptop holder.
I don't know.
I
Probably.
mean, that is.
you
It'll
need
be
a
just
table.
like
Why don't you just put
a
your drink
por-
up top? It's fine.
Yeah, but then it's covered. Look, watch this. Right.
Okay.
I'm really good right now. And then watch this fucking thing.
Look how lagged out that is.
Boom! Look at that fucking big. It looks like a big fucking pot of shit.
It looks like a pot of piss, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Turn on the disco. Does this work? Are our lights changing colors?
Yes. I think we need it for red for today. What do you think? Is this going off? Oh.
That's not quite right. I'm sorry.
Just leave me alone, all right, man?
Oh.
Oh, look at those lights just going off like that. That's kind of neat in a way.
No.
If you do it with a red fucking siren looking colors going, a conspiracy show, whoa.
All right.
Now is it changing? Yeah, now it's changing. Okay. There we go. What do you think of that?
Printouts?
Shit, they're in the printer.
Printouts?
Will you go get them? They're in the printer.
Yeah. Printouts?
They're in the printer. Will you go get them?
Printouts.
They're in the printer.
Printouts.
Will you go get them? Good.
Printouts.
This is extra thick fucking special drywall too. No, it's like acoustic. All right. Now that asshole's gone, we're about ready to start. Farnsworth, you shut your fucking mouth about English Eric. Don't get him started.
Damn show up.
Fucking English Eric shows up, we're gonna have a real problem. Should have green screen. What, binary in the back? I hit print. Maybe somebody stole them. Here, I'll print it. I got it right here. You just get walking. They'll be printing on your way. I'll be waiting forever for you to shut your fucking pie hole and go get the papers.
It'll be a long time until it prints out
34 copies.
2 copies. Oach doesn't need a copy.
I don't need a copy. I don't need no fucking copy. I just hear you guys and I respond or don't respond.
Perfect. That's all we need you for. So I guess you guys have noticed there's no Armand today. It's Thursday noon and Armand was on the road driving to DuCoin to watch TV.
The drop is big load.
White on white, huh?
What's with the fucking?
That's funny. That'd be kind of a
that's
cool
the
shirt.
shirt there. Yeah.
It's supposed to be Surreal Talk on the back, but it's not actually there.
Yeah,
Watch.
yeah, I see it.
Riveting. 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 Get over yourself. Hey, go grab us a Slim Par. Throw up green behind us on the wall. Be kind of cool. Why not? You busy? We don't have to.
So
How are you?
Who's all on this chat right now?
About 30 people. Much people, man. Much people.
Is this where they hold their meetings? They even watch your show?
Listen, we're gonna have to trust him with the helm here because I'll get the slim part, but you're gonna have to open tray 1 and add paper.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, I gotta go get a slim part, so you gotta hold the fort.
Oach.
Oh, I've held the fort before, and I've held myself in the fort before. Before the fort ever came about, I held myself. Hey, guys, it's you and me. You and me, and 30, 40 of you out there. And what do you guys talk about? What's up, Ocho person? Ochoman. And if you guys are ever bored, you guys could check out my show. I got Big E, Everett on the show. We talk about all the strange shit out there that's, well, Armand, when he's there, we talk about him. I talk about him a lot. I know he's got his own army here. I fucking can't believe he's got anything. I just, he's a whacked out dude, and you guys love him on this show. I guess he's pretty good for a show, but he fucking gets on my nerves. I like Peach, $4. I'm here, Ocho. I know you're here. I'm here too. Don't give $1. There's no Armand. Oh, fuck you. That's not nice.
What'd they do?
They said, don't give $1. There's no Armand. I don't know. What, do you guys give dollars around here? They give money? Holy shit, this is about giving money.
It's not about that, but
I love it. I think I'm here now to
it was
stay.
actually really good the way it was, Everett, but right on. Oh, you're gonna put it right behind that.
Well,
Point it right here.
listen to Ross. Is Darren yes, he's coming on possibly full time next week. So I'm kind of pumped up about that. Yes, Darren is coming on. Speak up, Ocho. All right, I got you, Dean. I got you, baby. I'm pulling it in.
Armand is definitely a bad Armenian.
He's not a good Armenian at all. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get the traits, the family tree. I bet he was a traitor.
The other side.
You don't want to pull your chariot over that.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. Look, see, it's happening.
You got it. You got it, lad.
Happy?
Well, semi.
I want to hear about your semi. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. How do we sound?
I sound like I'm
Someone
missing
said
the
I
first few
turned you
had
up.
to speak up.
I turned you up.
I sound like I'm missing the first few pages. Thank you.
I don't need no stinking script.
Yeah.
I go progressive.
This is no script, sir.
You are once Armand here now. Sorry, Armand.
All right, we ready?
Who the hell is this? This is fucking Ochoman. Recognize.
Yeah.
All right, let's rock and roll. We spare no expense here at Lineup Media. What expense?
All right, let me start the show.
Armand's sexy Jewish body.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh.
Armand.
Scary theme.
How do you turn these down?
You're listening to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies,
And the paranormal. Check 1 2. Check it. Check.
Something's not right, man. Something's not
Supposed to be
right.
high.
Something's bullshit here, and I don't believe it.
Honestly, this crazy shit could be completely possible.
Disclaimer, we reserve the right to be wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate you with that.
You think you know the whole story? Think again.
Now your hosts, Eric and Everett.
Welcome to Jaleel White, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal.
No, man, we're
Lineupmedia.fm
We're Surreal Talk,
production.
not Jaleel White. That was Urkel.
Oh,
Did you just get hit in the face with the microphone a minute ago?
I did. Do you want me to stab you with a fucking pen? I can do that too.
That was funny.
Sir, that's my pen.
You have.
Do you want any residual like fucking gunk from stabbing somebody on there?
No, I'll help you move the body if you
Fatty
want.
tissue.
You're gonna help me move my
clinging
body?
to
You're
the
on your own, dude.
serenading.
You're on
Dude, you
your
were
own.
gonna fucking eat me 3 days ago.
I was.
in a fucking SUV.
Fucking hate
If the
this microphone.
SUV flipped over,
Try turning this one, man.
and we were stuck in there for only 2 days.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get hungry and you're meat.
2 days is all he said.
2 days, and he wants to
Oh.
fucking come me up and eat me.
If he
I'll
was
go
dead.
3.5 at least with you before I eat you.
Oh, you guys, man.
3.5 weeks.
Are you still
That a
fasting?
boy.
Well, hey, you guys have probably already noticed. No Armand this week. We recorded a day later this week, and Armand was unavailable for
killed him.
Thursday. He's
Doctor-
got bathing and other such things that has to be done
Yes, I
Once a
do
week,
have
what-
to bathe.
once a week, whether he needs it or not. So we brought
Oh,
in.
fuck you. I mean, fuck. What the fuck?
So we brought in our other favorite Armenian, the Ochoman, in to join us on
Yeah.
the show today to talk about a subject very near and dear to your heart and level of expertise that you have is nuclear warfare.
I do. I've stored up on the cans. I'm ready to go, babe. Whenever they drop the bomb, I want to be a part
You're
of it.
prepped, huh? You're all prepped out.
Yes, I am.
You got weapons and food and water and everything.
I'm short on the ammunition. I got the weapons. I just don't have the ammo yet. It's been a one stage at a time.
Yeah, you're hoping it doesn't take maybe another year or two, or
Yeah, another year or two would be great.
you'll have plenty of ammo by then. Okay, I am not prepared at all for such an event.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what? I'd say come to my place, but you're kind of a big guy.
Well,
That's a lot of fucking cans you're gonna put down.
We're not out of focus. You guys just have to click the settings wheel and go to 1080. I had to do the same thing.
yeah, we're not out of focus. So let's jump right into it, man. Today we're talking about nuclear warfare. Nuclear, what is it? Nuclear or nuclear?
That's right, Ross. It's that's the big question today.
Potato, potato.
Is it nuclear or nuclear?
I've always said nuclear.
Nuclear. I thought nuclear too. I think you're extra. as
nuclear
fuck.
bomb?
Yeah, you're extra when saying that. Yeah, I grew up
Nuclear bomb?
same mass.
It's Caribbean though, kind of
Yeah. What do you say naturally? Like so, say Pirates of the.
Caribbean.
There you go.
I always said Caribbean also.
But it's if you're talking about the sea, it's the Caribbean Sea.
Caribbean Sea.
Well,
It's
how
the
do you guys
Caribbean
say?
Sea.
Do you guys say route or route?
Well, that's depending
Route
on context.
66,
Is
and
also
what route am I taking?
Route 3.
Ooh, Route 66, Route 3. Wow.
Yeah.
Route 3. Oh, sounds bad.
Mm.
No, I don't say route. Yeah, but it's supposed to be route, and I say route.
Route 66 or Route 66?
I say route.
You don't say route ever on Route 66.
I say both of them. When someone says route, I say, oh, they're on Route 66. But I can hear someone saying Route 66, and I go, yeah, Route
That's your
66.
default is route then. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Now that we've got that figured out. So a scientist by the name of Szilard he was a German physicist. He was the first person to theorize that a chain reaction could happen to create a nuclear fission explosion.
Well, so that's way smarter than I would ever have been to think about. Like, just sit there and think, because none of this shit has ever been talked about.
Well, they know that's how the sun works, basically.
Maybe they do. They think. No, they don't know. They think that's how the sun works.
Actually, I'm wrong.
No, they don't know, because we figured
The sun
out
is
later.
fusion. The sun is fusion, and we're talking fission for what he was doing.
But what I'm saying is, he sit around and thought this up.
Boys, what's the difference between what you just said? The fission or fusion, whatever.
Well, we were going to get there eventually, but let's start in it right now. Fission is the process of splitting an atom, and fusion is the process of combining an atom to create energy. Both of those create enormous amounts of energy from those processes.
Which one is easier to obtain?
Again, that's kind of thing. So
I'd say fission.
Well, I would say you're going to get better results out of fusion, but it's probably easier to do the fission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So uranium, plutonium, you've heard of those things. Those are the ones that are the high-level elements to use to do your fission. So
What was the atomic bomb?
which one?
The one dropped in
So,
Japan.
well, that's a good thing. So, like, terminology here, we're talking nuclear devices.
Instead
There's
of
the atom
thermonuclear,
bomb.
right.
There's the hydrogen bomb.
Which is a thermonuclear explosive compared to a nuclear explosive.
Okay, and the difference in those being?
Basically, the way that they create their explosion. So the ones that were dropped in Japan were Fat Man and Little Boy. They
Catalyst method, then.
were sort of their detonation method, I guess.
Yeah, it was kind of gross what happened to people, man.
Sure was. What were we asking? Your gross statement took me out of my.
Yeah,
What's the difference in
what's the-
thermonuclear and nuclear?
So in fission, you have isotopes of uranium, like uranium-235, uranium-238. Those different isotopes, the only difference is how many neutrons they have in the core of their nucleus. Nucleus? God damn it. We're going to Nucleus?
Nuclei.
Nucleus. Anyway. Whenever you...
That's really technical shit.
It's kind of where
we don't even know that.
where Armando would
So to
help
start
on
up that
this.
chain reaction, you fire one neutron in there, and the idea is it hits a uranium-235 atom and splits it down the middle, causing a release of energy, of heat energy, and a release of up to 3 more neutrons. And those neutrons themselves go out and just go do 3 more atoms, which each of those do 3 more, and it causes a whole chain reaction down the line, causing shit tons of heat to be released into the process, which is your explosion. Your heat and energy.
It's hydrogen to helium causes the expel of a electron.
Well,
right?
that's on the thermonuclear.
Oh, okay.
So
Well-
this is standard nuclear.
I'm still part of the whole Bugs Bunny era. How many dynamite sticks is that?
Oh,
So for Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it was relatively small. 15,000 tons worth of TNT was the first bomb. 20,000 tons was the second equivalent.
Holy Jumanji.
1 kilogram of nuclear fission fuel can release 20 million times more energy than a kilo of TNT.
To put that in kind of a different perspective, in fission, one pound of uranium will produce as much energy as 250,000 gallons of gasoline.
Motherfucker.
Same amount of energy.
Wow.
Yeah.
One
That's why we have
pound.
nuclear power plants, because, it would take, what was the coal released? I had a relation to that as well on here about how much coal it takes to...
It's 1,400 tons of coal is 1 pound.
Yeah, 1,400 tons of coal.
Jesus.
Is 1 pound of
Christ,
uranium.
man.
That's the difference between a coal power plant and a nuclear power plant. The
Yeah.
energy production.
Yeah. I see it now. Wow.
So
That's amazing stuff, boys.
It's pretty crazy.
now the difference between the fission and the fusion, I told you how the fission worked. The fusion is different. It takes hydrogen atoms and fuses them together to create helium. And in the process, so you take your four hydrogen atoms and smoke them together into 2 helium atoms, right?
Right.
In the process, you're gonna lose some mass out of that, and that mass is converted directly into energy.
E equals mc squared. Einstein's theory of relativity, is directly relating to what we're talking about.
Okay, so did they know that they're putting this type of fucking weapon out there, or was
So the
this
guy,
a
Szilard-
totally accident that they created this beast?
Well, no, Szilard had the idea for the chain reaction, and he went and patented the idea for the atomic bomb, the chain reaction device, basically so that no one else can make one. Then he went directly to the British government because this was around the time that the Nazis were in power in Germany. He did not want them to have it. There was already talks about fission being, a possible thing that they could use. So he takes it over to the Brits, and they promptly classify it as they should, and that's basically the start of the workings of our Manhattan Project. Are you familiar with the Manhattan Project?
Right.
I mean, everybody's heard of that, basically. That was the big, not so secretive at this point.
At this point,
group of scientists and engineers
It
who
was the
created
brightest
our bombs.
physicists and I guess engineers, in the world at the time, right?
Yeah, they took anybody from the alliance we had at the time, UK, Canada, America.
Anybody, America?
Even people like Einstein were involved in it. Ex German people who were. Well, he was a Jew, so he obviously.
Well, no. So Einstein was part of the Uranium Committee,
which was a predecessor to the. And he was still completely involved.
The Manhattan Project.
Einstein actually co-signed the letter that Zillard had sent to Franklin Roosevelt about the potential for atomic bombs being a thing. He sent basically a warning letter saying that there's this new type of weapon that is possible. Germany's looking into it.
That we have to research.
That you ought to take a good, healthy look into. And that's from that letter alone, that's what started our look into nuclear weapons. Wow. He had stated that they could build a bomb basically immediately with, in a few years, they could actually have a working bomb built out of this technology.
Wow.
Pretty fucking nuts. In a nuclear blast, how about this? Here's the energy output. 50% of a nuclear blast is put out as heat.
No,
you're
wrong.
It's blast. Sorry, that's the explosion, the big air bubble.
I've heard that the explosion and the heat is basically the premises of this type of weapon.
Sure. 33% or 35% is released as heat, and 15% is radiation.
So out of all the energy released in a nuclear bomb,
do you really need to have that radiation in a part of it?
Well, you can't help it. It's a byproduct of this.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I mean, the radiation is always going to be there when you're dealing with this stuff because that's a byproduct.
Well, there's also the fallout problem, too. So the first bomb they dropped, the uranium bomb, I hope I'm not fucking this up, they dropped weighed about 100 pounds. It had about 100 pounds of uranium in it. When it exploded, about 1.5%, 1.5 pounds of that uranium was all that blew. That's all it took to cause that explosion.
You're kidding.
Right.
That big fucking explosion.
They killed
They're
80,000
not efficient.
people.
They're not efficient at using all the fuel
Not
that
the
they put
uranium
into
ones. The one they dropped on Nagasaki was a plutonium bomb. They had a 10%. So they dropped it with 10 pounds of plutonium, and about a pound of that went off and gave them about a 20 kiloton explosion.
How does that even happen? I mean, you think, okay, exploding, but how do you expand that much? What type of force do you have inside of you?
This is getting into physics. So there's the forces of nature. There's the strong force, the weak force.
There's magnetic, right?
Gravity and electromagnetic.
Electromagnetic, yeah.
So the strong force is what holds all of your atoms together, like the nucleus of an atom together. The protons and neutrons are held together by the strong force. And whenever you break that connection, it releases just shit tons of fucking energy.
Damn it, man.
I know.
That's just incredible shit. And here I am thinking I'm going to get away with my cans.
It's not an easy thing to do either. You can't just take a brick of uranium, put a fuse on it, and light it.
Well, you can throw it at another brick at a high speed.
Well, throw it.
Come on.
It's not really throw it, but yeah, if you're Superman, you could take two pieces of uranium and clap them together to make them blow. So you got to hit what's called a critical mass with these bombs. So as plutonium and uranium sit, they don't just explode sitting in the room with you. They have to be compressed to a point to where those neutrons I was telling you earlier come and split the next atom off. They got to be close enough to where that can happen and continue to happen. So they had to figure out a way to compress this metal, the plutonium or the uranium, down to a critical mass where this chain reaction could occur. So the two ways that they did it, they're pretty ingenious. They took and made a shotgun type device for the Fat Man.
Yeah.
Which was they took a rod of uranium, and then they took like a cup of uranium, right, and shot it with explosives down this tube, and the cup encircled the rod, right, and smashed them together and compressed them at such a compression that was enough to blow up just over 1% of that material in a nuclear explosion.
Jesus Christ, man.
Now for the plutonium bomb, they use like high explosives like C4, right? They take your ball of plutonium and wrap it with C4 basically, and then they use photo things like for flashes on a camera. And they got them timed down to like the fucking nanosecond so that they all explode this high explosive at the same time, causing a blast wave down into the middle of the circle, where they took what was about the size of a softball and compressed a piece of metal down to the size of a tennis ball. About half the size they made that ball of metal. And then that caused enough of the neutrons were close enough and that blew it up.
That went crazy.
That's what caused it.
Son of a bitch. It's always a little guy. It's always a little guy. Now I see why Armand's so feisty.
You're familiar with the term fallout, right?
Yeah.
So what fallout is, when I was telling you they had that 100 pounds of material and only a pound of it blew.
Right.
Well, that explosion takes that other 99 pounds of super radioactive material, explodes it into super, super fine particles, and then spreads it out over the entirety of the blast radius.
Jesus
So think about
Christ.
that. You had 1 pound of it that created the explosion. Now you've got 99 more pounds that you've powdered, basically, and put into the air all the way around you. And that's what your nuclear fallout is.
That's something special, man. I'm
Scary.
I hope to God we never fucking see the thing.
It's not been used in wars since those. So we dropped that bomb, the first bomb on Hiroshima. 3 days later, we drop it on Nagasaki. 5 days after that, we get the surrender.
5 days after that,
Yeah, 5 days.
we
is all
should have
fixed.
went with another one,
Why?
a third one.
Just-
3 days. Let's be consistent if we're going to be consistent.
So let's kill another 80,000
No,
people.
okay, yeah, that was wrong.
with
of
you.
me.
Yeah,
Hey,
what's wrong with you?
Hey, you take the good with the bad. I don't always have the best ideas.
Hey, what's wrong with our fucking camera out there? What's going on?
Yeah,
like
that
the
happens.
dog's dick.
That happens. That happens.
I mean,
We're still alive.
I like to see
Still look
what's
like we're
going
alive.
Are we still alive?
Let me refresh you over
Are
there.
you
Rich.
alive?
I'll do that in a minute. So the first ever atomic explosion, when we tested our first device out in the desert around in Nevada, happened 20 days before we actually dropped it in war on Hiroshima.
That means we developed and tested a weapon with that much destructive power, and immediately we already had the fucking plan down.
Not even knowing that the
Didn't
bomb
even
was
know
gonna
if it
work.
was going to work or not. We'd fucking developed it for years. Boom, we're like, okay, now we're 20 days away from bombing fucking Hiroshima. Let's test this fucking thing.
Okay, my point is, I was thinking the same thing that Eric. How do we even trust this on our fucking soil in Nevada?
Dude, they never even. So that's the thing. That's why I told Everett. I'm like, how do they fucking know that they shot that shit at the right, at the a high enough velocity, or how did they know they had enough explosives? How do you know? Like, how do you know you're far enough back from the
Right.
fucking explosion?
Right.
At the very beginning of these tests, this shit was math.
Right.
You trusted your fucking life and every person involved's life.
Let me blow your mind more. They didn't
To
have
math.
computers. They didn't have computers as you know it, or calculators. As
No,
you know
no, no. Yeah, they
No,
had a
and
fucking chalkboard,
abacus
dude.
and fucking pencil and paper.
I've heard that they just told the sailors on those ships, just put your
Oh,
head
duck and
down.
cover.
Yeah, duck and cover is the solution. And even those guys said they felt a lot of heat.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking nuts. Here's a note Eric wanted to make. Britain detonated its first atomic bomb in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
They were quoted, and I'm not sure about the variety.
Britain just
They were like,
backslaps
they were like,
Australia as much as they can, man.
no, man, brother. Like, they're criminals anyway.
Criminals, we should have taken care of them a long time ago.
That's why we put them here.
I don't actually think that's a real quote from the British.
Well, something probably gets lost in translation.
Someone in their parliament
So-
said that. Goddamn you.
From it's translation is all it is the problem. I'm sure.
So from English to English, we're losing something there, huh?
Yes,
It's British English, to be fair, right?
it's the Queen's English.
Oh,
mate.
I'm sorry, the Queen's English to
Get your life together.
to poor man's English, like we speak.
Yes. Cool.
Oh boy,
man.
let's see what else we got here.
20 to
Rush-
25 kilograms of enriched uranium. Is that what it said? Yeah, highly enriched uranium to make a weapon.
Right, you got to have a certain amount of the shit to make
Well,
one.
because you can't. They make it out of that other 235 or whatever.
Well,
and it's
naturally
not-
occurring uranium is usually found in its 238 isotope. So whenever you add a neutron to that, it becomes.
No. You're absolutely wrong.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are, because it comes in. Imagine a big rock of it.
Mhm.
80% of it is the unusable shit.
99%.
Okay, so then you got a little tip of the rock that you can use. Well, that 99%.
That's not how that works.
they can
They've shown
enrich
you that
that.
little tip to show you that that's basically how much is in there. But it's not like that. It's completely in the rest of it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Oh, is it?
I'm
Yeah,
just
it's mixed up.
enjoying
It's
the
not like
argument.
you got a rock and it just kind of gravity.
Oh,
fed
so they
all
have
over.
to refine a piece of uranium in order to get
They
different.
have to enrich it. That's correct.
Hmm.
So what they do is they'll
What in tarnation
So, like
are
I was
you
saying,
two talking about?
the fuel for uranium. So it occurs naturally in nature as uranium-238. That's its atomic weight.
Isn't that special?
So whenever you, like I was telling you before, you hit it with a neutron, that's what causes the fission to happen. It splits the atom and it goes on and creates a chain reaction. Or uranium-238, it doesn't do that. It's completely stable. Whenever that neutron hits it, it becomes uranium-239, and nothing fucking happens. Uranium-235, on the other hand, whenever it gets hit with that, it becomes completely unstable, and that's what causes it.
Critical
So
mass. Fuck
they-
immediately.
There's a couple different ways to do it, but they took like gaseous diffusion. They mixed it with I want to say helium, but I don't think
It was
that's right.
no, it was something, and then they ran it through a filter, right?
Fluoride. Gaseous fluoride.
Fluorine. It wasn't fluoride.
Yeah, fluoride. Anyway, and they basically screened it out. So it would dissolve with the fluorine, go through these screens, and then they would take the U-235 out and leave the U-238 back. So for every 100 kilograms of 238 they had, they would get 1 kilogram of the regular. This was not a cheap process either. It's estimated they used 20% of the electricity in the United States for this operation
Well, no,
in Tennessee.
that was the one where they were running them around the fucking
The
thing.
cyclotron, yeah.
Oh, that's what that is?
In the same place in Tennessee, where they were refining it, they used about 20% of the electricity in the U.S. to do that.
To refine what? We're talking
Uranium.
pounds of this shit?
Basically.
To get pounds of enriched uranium, they took 20% of the nation's country, or the nation's electricity?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucking nuts. I wonder what are some numbers behind that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I don't do numbers. You know that.
Fucking facts. What are you going to do, you know?
Russia got the bomb in 1949, which, as we all know, started off the Cold War. That didn't work out well for anybody. But nobody dropped any bombs in that amount of time on each other.
Wait a minute. Who started what?
Well, nobody started anything.
It was us that started it. We're the ones that dropped it. We're the ones that know more about it.
It was no problem.
As soon as Russia found out that America's got this, and America was waving it, hey, we could bomb you. We could bomb you. We could bomb you. And every time it said that, it scared the fuck out of all these countries, and that's what made Russia say, you know what, I think we need to get this weapon too. I'm getting sick and tired of being bullied around
Stupid
this
fucking
hallway.
Americans. No,
I think it's always been us, man. I think we just got to back off a little bit.
I don't know, man. I think we're good guys here.
No, that's what they want you to always think. We're the good guys.
God Bless America. That's a song. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I'm telling you,
Would God bless America if we weren't the good guys?
I'm not standing up for that anymore either. By the way, I'm not fucking standing up for God Bless America.
Oh yeah. Well, you should
I'm not
just
doing it.
No,
Why not, man?
Because I'm telling you right now, it's obviously that this fucking criminal just got away a couple days ago.
What are you going on about?
Fucking Trump, and I'm telling you,
Lord.
there's no justice anymore.
Just because Trump didn't get a
Well, there ain't
impeached?
been no justice in a long time. I mean, regardless of whether Trump got away with it.
Yeah, if that was the final straw
there's
for
been no
you.
justice in a long time.
There hasn't. I'm telling you, man. That
is
one
justice.
was the last straw.
No, that is justice. That's our justice
not
system.
That's the justice system being exploited.
It's a what is it? An asterisk.
It was
he
the
gets an asterisk.
It's the complete rules. They had more power in the Senate, more Republicans. That they win. That's the way that works.
So that's justice.
If you don't like it like that,
okay, then
change the rules.
The Nazis had justice then because they
And Hitler was in power.
according to their government.
According to the government, you say that's justice, so that can't be justice.
Justice is decided by the government and by the people.
Yeah, and we're not talking morally here. We're just talking legally.
Oh, okay.
You ever heard the term history is written
I'm
by the
talking
victors?
morally, man.
Well, again, morals are decided by the people who decide to follow them, really.
Well, there you go again. Now we're back at the Nazi thing.
Right. So
Well, they didn't. For the most part, they were burning Jewish people alive and whatnot. Their morals, and they were fine with it. That's their morals. They were subhuman people.
But it can't
Morals
be
are relative.
good.
It's not good as far as I'm concerned.
hey, Victor, how you doing?
Hey, Vic.
No more. Yeah, he said liberals. Yeah. What are you gonna do? It's not that. It's people are just. They get so polarized by the political.
I fucking hate it. I don't give two shits. So what? He didn't get impeached.
Yeah. I mean,
we got a couple more months till the
I just got to
election's here.
wonder how much your paycheck's going to change because of this.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Impeachment or not impeachment? Does the paycheck, the bottom line of your dollar, and in helping take care of your family, change at all in that?
No.
A lot of people get more invested in it than they should. Is all I'm saying.
You guys get back to your nuclear explosion. Sorry, I
Don't you
tailed
ever
off
do it
right
again?
there. I won't.
Don't you ever do it again?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Let's talk about some of the stockpiles during the Cold War about how many weapons actually existed worldwide.
Existed then?
Well, throughout in each different decade, they actually have the statistics available for the number of nuclear devices owned per country.
Right.
Can I ask you guys
Not
this
even a little.
question? I
Of
mean,
course.
this is more important to me.
I'm
is,
gonna mute you.
We would love to hear it.
I'd like to know how many countries have it.
Oh, have it now?
Yeah, that's kind of creepy to me.
Oh, I have all those numbers now.
I'd really like to know that one as a fan of the
Well,
show.
It's going a
I
little bit
got
out of
the-
order, but go ahead.
Oh,
Eric.
you got that?
Yeah. So the worldwide total then so that's 2014, and it actually went up a lot.
Within the last few years.
No,
Holy
we'll
shit,
start.
A lot of countries got this now?
No, the big difference was 55 to 60. The world total went from 20.
No, he wants to know the current.
I know. Hang on. I got to tell the story here. From 1955 to 1960, The world total went from 2,636 nuclear devices to 20,285 in 1960.
Okay, but you're not telling me what country's got it.
I'm getting there. I'll get all the way to that. Hang on. So then, up to 38,000, 47,000 in 75, 61,000 in 85, 38,000 back down in 95, and we are currently at 2014 at 15.8, but that's not as current as I'd like.
No, I've got an even more current number. We're down to 13.4.
13.4.
Yeah.
Right on. So United States, Soviet Union, or Russia, United Kingdom, France, China, Israel.
The United States and Soviet Union honestly own about 90-something% of them.
Wait, keep going. I want to know about all these little countries.
United Kingdom, France, China, Israel, India, South Africa, Pakistan, North Korea, Kazakhstan, and Ukraine. But the Ukraine and Kazakhstan and Belarus no longer have any. So they have none.
Okay, so it's in a volatile little country like in Israel that already hates Arabs and Arabs hate him.
They have 80 nuclear weapons.
That's insane. It really is that wacky ass shit that you hear about in the biblical books.
Tell them about the 600.
Oh, so after the fall of the Soviet Union, there's estimated 600 nuclear weapons were lost.
Missing. Don't know where they are. Still. 600.
600
nukes.
Nukes out.
Nukes
It
gone,
could be controlled
missing.
by some tribe in fucking Africa somewhere.
Could be controlled by anything, yeah.
That just hates
600.
that next door neighbor and is going to whack out the entire
I'm pretty sure that's
country.
the number. I'm pretty sure that's the number.
Think about that, though, man.
Any number of nukes is unacceptable.
Yeah, but 600, the amount.
600. Even if they dismantled 400 of them, there's still 200. That's 20% is what I'm saying. Or 50%. No, 600 you said, right?
Yep.
So that's 1/3 out there that would be still alive even.
And who knows
That's
what size
fucking
they are.
scary, boys.
Who knows? They could be from briefcase bombs to warheads out of a fucking ICBM.
Oh my
Andrew, yeah, we were the
God,
only
I
ones
didn't
to
even
use them
think of
in active wartime. Yeah. Did they work by accident? No, that we pretty much knew they were going to work, but we didn't really know because like I said, you can't test that shit. You just have to math that shit out.
Well, they did test it.
How do you? Well, we did one test before we dropped. Yeah.
And we had 4 bombs at that point. We had the 2 we dropped, 1 test bomb, and we had 1 more after we dropped them that we could have used.
Wow.
Think if they could have held out, 3 bombs. Let's see your 4th. We've been like,
Einstein, help the boys whip it up a bigger one.
Oh,
Give me a fucking bigger one.
I got a great hypothetical question
my,
for you guys.
Shoot.
My FDR.
It wasn't bad. It was horrible.
If you have this bomb,
Mm-hmm.
it's in a briefcase.
This hypoethical?
It's all hypothetical because then some fucking Arab dude or some fucking crazy terrorist comes up to you.
Why does it have to be Arab?
I'm sorry. Some crazy terrorist comes up to you and says, I will give you $300 million for that briefcase. But he wants to use that on our soil and all that.
Fuck no. Go fuck yourself.
The type of people that
In fact, let's fight.
Thank you. That's my what's yours?
I would say the type of people that actually are the type of people that come into possession of a nuclear bomb and not immediately give it over to a responsible government. They would take the money.
Our fucking
They would take the money
yeah.
every time.
Yeah, you drive straight. In fact, you call the FBI.
As soon as you come into possession, you put the black market word out. I've got a nuke for sale.
No.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Bro, you could be blowing up your own house.
If I'm the type of person to deal in nukes, I don't care. I will move to an island. I've got millions of dollars. Like you said, $300 million. Blow up my house. I'll move out. Kill my dog.
You could feel good about that.
I couldn't.
I mean, you got
putting myself in the shoes.
neighbors and shit that you made friends with, and you just fucking sang for God Bless America, you prick, and now you're.
I'm not saying it's me. Calm down. I'm separating myself. I'm playing the character, trying to put myself in the shoes.
I'm asking you though. I'm asking you.
I'm putting myself in the shoes of a person who would deal in nuclear bombs. I don't think for
would.
$300 million they wouldn't care if their house gets blown up or their neighbors die.
That type of person's gonna. Yeah, no, it's not. That's not the issue.
I'm not that type of person, but the type of person to deal.
I don't think. How could you be that type of person? Because
could you deal in
you don't have anyone.
Illegal guns though? Could you do that? So it's the destructive issue that's what you take offense with. Like
yeah, I probably wouldn't want to sell illegal guns either. But you know what? I would. I am that type of person. Yeah.
So the amount of death that they could cause is what the issue
Irrelevant.
is.
Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
So you would do it then?
Nukes don't kill people.
You would sell a nuke for $330 million.
Nukes don't kill. No, nuke is too much. It's too mass for me.
That's what I'm saying. So the amount of death. And
I couldn't sell chemical or biological really either.
I guarantee you, every fucking
Guns,
death
though.
is a million. $330 million is what he's looking at. If he's willing to give you 330 million,
I want $1 billion.
He's wanting to kill 330 million people.
Ooh.
You couldn't do that with any one nuke. There's no cluster population bomb big enough.
Says who?
We can completely prove this. You want to see some interesting shit, Oach?
I'd love to see it, babe.
Well, let me see if I got this shit figured out here. Hold
Hey,
on.
there's your breakdown of the numbers, though. Russia 6490, USA 5800, France 300, China 280, UK 215, Pakistan 150, India 130, Israel 80, North Korea 20.
And I got another question when you said this. Okay, you have all these weapons, but how do you know they're efficient and working order if they've been sitting there for years and years and years and years?
I don't.
But
How do they know? I'm sure they got smart people on that.
Well, okay, but you know what? I got a loaded musket on my wall, and I keep telling people every year, it still fires. It still fires. I'm gonna be kind of hesitant to fucking push that fucking pull that trigger.
But at the same time, you tell that to everybody, it still fires, and people come in and see it right above the door. That's less chance they're gonna rob you because they think you got it's a deterrent.
I get it. I get the whole beware of dogs sign in the yard.
Exactly.
I get it, but I'm asking you, do you really feel safe with something that's been underground, ready to go for the last 40, 50 years?
I don't think about it. I try not to think about it.
That is. I think that's a little creepy. I think that alone. I mean, how do you maintain something like that?
Fuck. I don't know, man. All I know is that when dynamite produces nitroglycerin, don't touch it, right?
I mean, you got Russia 6,490. Those, I guarantee, were around from the Cold War.
Well, yeah, there definitely have to be some that are old, and I would think that there's got to be like some shelf life on them that we're like, look, man, these are no longer, say, like a born-on date on a beer, you know?
Right,
There's got to be a date.
Yeah, you look at that fucking label.
Everett, what'd you say it was 4.5 billion years the half-life of uranium?
Right.
The Earth is 4.5 billion years old, so the half-life of uranium is 4.5 billion years.
So
I don't even.
It takes. So say you have 100 pounds of uranium. Right. It would take 4.5 billion years for that to break down all the way down to thorium.
Okay, I get the chemistry 100%. I'm talking about the whole lift-off and everything like that. Like a Chinese fireworks that you buy, you don't let it sit around your garage for 2-3 years.
Right,
I mean, you want to get that fucking thing exploded, don't you? Because it's not going to take off and all that.
Yeah.
After a
so
while.
you're talking about like an intercontinental ballistic missile that has to go from our country to theirs. How do you trust the propellant behind
How do I know it's not going to fall from
Nevada
to New York?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
Eric,
a very
what
good
about
question.
that story where we lost that nuke over North Carolina?
Is it in here?
You ever heard about that?
We put it in there. You didn't put it in there. No. You're not even in charge of paperwork anymore. You didn't even give me the correct shit at all. I'm missing all the pages.
Hey, are people talking here, or what's going on here?
People are talking.
Oh yeah.
Talking about people.
What are you doing over there, Everett?
I'm getting my output set up for the thing. I'm going to go ahead and start that now. NDI.
How we
main
lost.
output. Okay. Now I'm just going to turn it on over here.
What is it? What are you doing?
Is this on Facebook
I
too?
Gotcha.
So, what we have here.
What we have here is failure to
communicate. No. This is a website called Nuke Map. You can just Google Nuke Map. It's by Alex Wellerstein.
So I thought so what you did there was, let me stop you ahead because you set me up with trying to talk about this. I got it all set up, and then once you're done with your shit, you immediately I'm ready to go here.
I thought we were ready. My bad. Gee, sorry.
No, it was an accident that occurred near North Carolina in January of '61, where a Boeing B-52 carrying two 3 to 4 megaton Mark 39 nuclear bombs broke up midair, dropping its nuclear payload in the process. The pilot in command, Walter Scott Tulloch, ordered the crew to eject at 9,000 feet. 5 crewmen successfully ejected and bailed out of the aircraft and landed safely. Another ejected but did not survive the landing. 2 died in the crash. Information newly declassified in 2013 shows that one of the bombs came very close to detonating. So over American soil, we had a fucking bomber just disintegrate, blow up in midair, dropping 2 of the loads, but neither one of them blew up.
What were they saying that if the one had gone off, it would have how many people would have died?
Oh, man, it was, hang on.
Way too many.
Hey, is this on Facebook? I'm trying to find it.
No, man, it's on YouTube.
Ah, okay. Here I am trying to find it on
iTunes.
Facebook.
Google Play also.
We're talking about the live show.
Yeah.
Live show. Anyway.
You ready for talk about the thing I got on the screen here?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So Nuke Map, it allows you to find a place where you would like to drop a nuclear bomb and then see how far the effects of the said size bomb would go. So what we did, as you can see on the screen here, let me refresh
I haven't
this.
seen anything on
Yeah,
the
you
screen
can't see
here.
shit.
Yeah, it's been a horrible screen.
It's been a horrible, horrible screen. Where's that at? I'll just stop the stream.
What are you doing? What's going on?
I'm not stopping the stream. I meant stopping the cast.
Switch scenes.
Do.
Who set the parameters for Nuke Map? What's his name?
Alex
Andrew?
something or other.
Oh, Alex. Yeah, Alex something.
Trebek?
Not Trebek. Not this time.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like Peach, they lost one of the rods is still missing from the nuclear bombs that they dropped over there. 2 of them, they found most of it, but one of the rods. So, hashtag FEMA, he says. Okay, the Clintons, lol, swordfish. Don't get on the bus. You guys are just fucking crazy over here in chat. Everett, do you have the map ready?
Just about, man.
All right, what are you doing here on screen? I can see it now. Finally.
I don't see it.
Well, that's because you're behind.
Oh, I'm behind that.
Yeah,
makes
I'm
sense.
current. Come on, hurry it up.
All right, Och, you see the map up there on the screen?
Yeah.
This here, the very center of the map is Edwardsville. That's where we're at now.
Right.
And what we have dropped here is the largest bomb ever designed by man, which was the Tsar Bomba 100 megaton version. So if we take and drop the largest thermonuclear bomb ever designed.
You're shit at putting this in order because you didn't even explain the Tsar Bomba before you did this.
Oh, you're right.
Shit,
well,
man.
we'll get
We'll
to the Tsar Bomba.
You fucked the paperwork up. I'm over
Would
it.
you shut
I'm
the
over
fuck
it. I'm
up?
over
Let
it.
me do my
You fucked
thing.
the paperwork
Shut up.
I'm over it.
Shut up.
I hate seeing this type of violence between you two.
I'm about
You're
to
next.
drop a nuke right on his fucking
You're
head.
next.
I've been good. I've been listening to you.
Any which way. You can see here that we're roughly, 10, 15 miles outside of St. Louis to the east
America's
in
the
Illinois.
tits.
Damn near East St. Louis. We're just north of it. So you drop this
I
100
can't
megaton
wait
bomb.
for the FBI to check you out. They're looking at this like, why is this guy looking at where,
Nuke map.
how much is this going to detonate in our area?
Well, the very important thing here is we had the fireball from this nuke. As soon as it goes off, there's a 6.1 mile or kilometer fireball.
Just the fireball is 6.1 miles.
Kilometers. About 4 miles.
Yeah, that's what I said. Isn't that crazy?
Can you even imagine what that is?
Christ, look at how it specifics it's looking now.
Scrolls. Man, you got to put more of that in the
It makes it
center.
almost all the way to Wood River.
Put that in the center.
All right.
There you go.
Did it get my Chesterfield?
No,
No,
not
not-
for the fireball.
Not the fireball. But you're
So-
dead still. Don't
Oh,
worry.
thank God. I didn't get the fireball.
not
That's
get the
all I
fireball.
cared about there, Eric.
Yeah,
That's
hold
all
on.
I thought about was that big fucking fireball.
Titties.
I didn't get it. I did not get it.
So the moderate blast damage is where we had a 5 psi blast. Is this next ring around it? So a 5 psi blast. Think about it like this: 5 psi on 5 pounds on every inch of your body.
Wait a minute. They did get Chesterfield.
We'll get there.
That's
That's the next level. So in this the gray circle here that goes all the way out to University City, as far east as Pocahontas, Illinois, far south is Belleville. That is where the actual explosion, the blast goes. It gives 5 pounds of pressure on every square inch. So imagine you're sitting here.
the
with your hand
orange
out.
or the
gray.
Or the gray. Okay.
The
gray.
So
Yeah.
put your hand out, and for every square inch, imagine put 5 pounds of weight on it. And now take that over your whole body, and that's how much force that blast has.
Wow.
It'll kill
5
you.
pounds.
It'll kill you.
That'll drop any structure. It'll blow any building over basically instantly.
I don't think it could kill me though.
Oh, it would instantly kill you.
I think I could hold that off.
Let's think about it like this: 5 pounds per square inch. Spread you out and let your square inches out there.
I could fight that off.
That's okay. Let's look at it like this. That's you've got, let's say, 2,000 square inches on the front of you. Completely wild guess. That would be 10,000 pounds basically hitting you in the front. That's like getting hit by a big fucking truck.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think you'd want that.
I can't do that.
Imagine a truck that's 30
you know,
miles wide.
I
just blasting
I was
through.
thinking 5 pounds. That's all I was thinking.
5 pounds per square inch, John.
Okay, I get it. You're
so
gonna
your
kill
hand,
me.
Your hand had 100 pounds laying on it.
Right.
Could you lift up 100 pounds with
But
just
it's
that?
more than that, though, because it's like, think about it as wind. It's 100 pounds that's hitting you. It's not just laying on you.
It's like getting hit by a truck, more or less.
Yeah.
10 trucks.
It's like when you fall off a ladder at 50 feet.
So that's the blast radius, which is equal to 32.6 kilometer radius. So 70 miles wide is getting flattened.
Okay, so
By the
that's
blast.
that diamond part you got in Eagle right
That's
now.
here, the gray part. So the
That's
orange
gray-
part,
I'm in orange.
the orange part is the thermal radiation area.
I
That's
can
where-
handle that.
Actually, you can't. Anybody in this area gets third-degree burns over basically their entire
Their
body.
entire body.
Son of a bitch.
third
What if I'm
degree.
in the house?
You're
You're
fucked.
pretty much still fucked. Your house
You're
is going to
fucked.
catch on fire.
You're fucked. Yeah. So yeah, you won't die from the immediate explosion fireball or the
Blast.
blast.
Okay, good.
But here comes the
But
heat.
Here comes the heat. Now it's hot. 3rd-degree burns. Hot enough. In fact,
like
that
you're-
you-
No, I'm downstairs in my shelter.
You'll probably be fine then if you're in your shelter. You're out walking your dog.
Fucking maybe.
You're out walking your dog. You're losing all the hair on your body.
Every bit of it. It's gone.
You're getting
The clothes, if they're polyester, they're going to melt to your skin.
well, if you have much skin left.
If it doesn't fall off, that is.
Yeah, you got 30-degree burns over
Oh, I think you guys are overdoing this.
Now, if you somehow manage to survive all of that, you got to worry about the fallout, the radiation.
That'd be so cool if Armand was walking down the street with that
you. And just got blasted.
and just got blasted.
You see the next. It'll take a second here, but I put it out one more time. This is the light blast radius. This is 1 pound of pressure per square inch. So it's not the 5, the initial big ass blast that knocks over buildings, but still.
This
think
is the
about
stuff that blows your windows out.
1 pound per square inch. My hand's pretty big. That'd be like a 20-pound fucking weight sitting on my hand,
No, hitting your hand.
hitting my hand. So imagine a window that has hundreds of square inches, gets hit with hundreds of pounds of force. So as far out as that gray circle is out, almost all the way to Springfield, Illinois, as far as Washington,
Windows
Missouri,
are breaking that far.
busting all the windows
I'm
out.
kind of picturing a foul ball being hit and coming at me at 100 miles an hour, this baseball.
But imagine
and
that baseball's 5
picturing
foot
it
tall.
5 foot tall
There you go.
and 100 pounds.
Yeah, a little bit more than that, but yeah.
Man, I would just think of it like get hit by a bus. You get hit by a bus.
I don't want to get hit by a bus.
That's
I
what
like
happens.
the thought of a baseball. I got a shot with a
Just
baseball.
flush. Hit
You have no shot.
It's not like it kicks you off to the side or goes over the top. It's flush.
I've caught a baseball before.
Good
Oh,
job.
okay. Well, I've never been hit by a truck.
It's been hit by like 6 people in the stands, though, and then I got it.
Let's change
All
the
the
size
poor
of our nuke.
bastards.
Let's change this nuke to what we did on Hiroshima. Little boy.
You should have started with
Okay, no, you're not done yet with that. I want to know what happens with that light fixture.
That's what it was. The white area around the edge here.
Yeah. What is that?
That's the 1 pound where you're busting out every window from there to here is getting busted out.
Oh, I don't care about my windows.
Oh well, think about that though. When you're looking at something that is 180 kilometers wide, so I don't know, 140 miles. Every window in a 140-mile track is gone.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Now, does that stay in one spot, that orange spot that you got right there, or does that start spreading out all throughout to like Shelbyville?
No, this doesn't
and-
move. This is like
That's the radius.
That's the initial blast.
So that's it then. That's all I got to worry about.
No, because then you've got the fallout. Depending on how the wind is,
Okay.
all that undetonated nuclear material that got atomized
Yep.
gets spread out due to the wind. So everything to the east here is just getting blanketed in ash and
Nuclear fallout.
radiation material.
Nasties.
Cancer.
You're talking
fucking-
that's like Chernobyl shit going
Yeah.
on?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly like
Oh,
that.
yeah. What about the new one,
My
though?
God.
The Japan one, though.
Fukushima?
Fukushima.
What about it?
It's that bad. I wonder the comparison of leaked radioactive material from Fukushima, compared to what like the bombs
I
are
don't know.
letting off.
That's a good
How do you
that's just a
spell
question I've not looked
Fukushima?
up. Fukushima, Fukishima.
He's guessing.
Okay, so let me see that. Oh, fuck, I just dropped
It's Fukushima.
Thank God. All right, I'm going to shut the map off here. Oh, no. We wanted to see what would happen if we did Hiroshima here.
F-U-K.
So that's not so bad.
K
K
I
I
S-H
S H
Hold
IMA.
on. No.
What?
I-M-A.
IMA.
Fukushima.
I Googled it. He's wrong.
The fuck I
No,
Fuck, I
Fuckyu.
I
That's
know it's
it.
Fuck. It's not Fuck. It's FUK. You mother. It's FU. Quiche ma.
Quiche, bah. You're so good. All right, here's what would happen if you dropped a nuke right on our office, Jono. The same one that hit Hiroshima. Basically, everything from here.
What the fuck is that now?
So here's where we work over here at the top of the image. I don't have it directly centered. Let me get it centered right where we work.
I guarantee you're gonna have a visit from someone on
Probably.
this.
This is if this is
So
what,
this
what
is-
we're doing is going over a plan. If you'd like to nuke our office building, this is your effects. What you'll have here.
I've set this center right on basically in the building where the fucking studio is. So it's being dropped right on this room. Don't worry, it'll update. It just takes its sweet time.
Okay.
So it's going to take out everything basically. Let's get zoomed in. The fireball will be big enough to take out the entire courthouse from here, even the big building on the other side of the courthouse.
The fireball will?
Well, yeah.
Roughly about a 2-block radius is getting taken out with the
I
fireball.
really thought that was going to happen anyway.
Did you? Oh, well, that's
I
good.
mean, I was going to say, if a nuclear bomb landed on my shit, I guarantee you the Madison Square House, but Madison fucking courthouse would be out too.
Oh, yeah, that's blown.
Yeah,
Basically-
no shit.
Basically, everybody inside this red circle is dead.
How about if I hide?
Oh, you get underground, you're better off.
It's a basement at the courthouse.
Okay,
If you can get against the basement wall on the same side of the wall that the blast is coming from, that's probably your best bet. So you can kind of be hiding behind it whenever it blows over you.
Okay, then let me ask you this: if you got this marker right there,
Right.
can I survive that? That's what people want to know about.
Indiana
Okay, I know
Jones
you're gonna
fucking
blow
did
us up, and I know there's no Indiana fucking
He
Jones.
did it in a refrigerator.
What is it?
He got in a refrigerator.
That's Indiana fucking Jones, for the love of God. That's
Oh.
not fucking real. I need to survive. I don't need you and your fucking
Harrison Ford's
Indiana
a national
Jones.
treasure. You know what I mean?
John, now you see what I put up with, man.
Harrison Ford is not. Is he not a national treasure? Han Solo also.
Dude, I can't run to you when this shit goes down. You're fucking making me nervous. I need fucking facts. I don't need Indiana Jones. I'm going to your bro here, Big E.
Every post office has a nuclear shelter in the basement.
So I got to get to the...
Is that true?
Yeah, you know who taught me that?
I don't know.
Our mom. I didn't fucking know that either.
How the fuck does
drive
your
by your-
mom know?
Because she's from
I'm
the old
Googling
school.
that.
You drive by the fucking post office, and there's a little
for the love of
radioactive fucking
God.
sign on the post office. Post is a federal thing now. Remember they made it a federal deal now? Post is federal. Yeah. Oh, you're still on there. I want
Please,
to change your scene
please
there.
tell me that that's bullshit.
Everett, scene.
I don't think that's true.
Change the fucking scene.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Best I can tell, I don't think that's true.
It is true. Fallout shelter.
Ah, deed
My
to the
local
moon.
yeah, my local post office is still fallout shelter. Okay, maybe not everyone, but it's true.
I mean,
The majority
At
of
some
post
point
office
in
are fallout shelters.
at some point in time, a post office had a fallout shelter.
No,
That's what you're saying.
I got this. Shut the fuck up. Carry the show for a change.
You can carry the show for a change? That'd be a
No,
miracle.
you.
Hey, there's a lot of hostility right there. I think you guys ought to just give some brotherly love right now.
You know what, Ochoman? Why don't
No.
you blow it out your ass?
Yeah, they will agree on that. Go fuck yourself now.
I just can't see it.
Hey, you're bringing us together already. We're like both saying, go fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
I know, that's good. Look, I brought you two fuckheads together.
Thank you, pal. We needed it, really. Let's see. I got next in line here. We're talking about some of the treaties that have been signed. Suffice to say, there's been 20-something nuclear treaties. There's always some asshole pulling out, causing the whole treaty to go piss fucking...
Well, Russia signed that treaty with us about not blowing them up in space, and then they decided, you know, like, fuck it. They just start doing it anyway.
Speaking of blowing up shit in space, we decided to try that one time with like a 1.5 megaton bomb. We detonated a 1.5 megaton nuclear bomb
400
in space,
kilometers.
400 kilometers above the surface of the Earth.
That had to be cool.
It was pretty cool because it doesn't
Probably.
work. It doesn't work near the same way blowing one up in the atmosphere does.
Why?
Well, because there's no atmosphere to block all these crazy different types of particles that are created. So basically, what it does, it creates a giant electromagnetic pulse.
Uh-huh.
So whenever that happened, this was I don't know what they say, within 1,500 kilometers, this electromagnetic pulse just fucking knocked out all the power. Shuts down all your electrical grids, all electrical items just stop working.
Any certain
Hawaii was
words?
devastated basically by it.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I need to see that. Do they have a
You
picture?
can, you
of
can watch it
blowing
on
up?
the, well, I'm not going to put it on now, but you can get on YouTube and
Yeah.
see what it looks like when these bombs blow up. And you know,
What year did they do this?
when was Starfish? I want to say in the 50s or 60s.
Chocolate starfish.
You know what? We had balls to do anything we wanted back then. We didn't
Dude,
give a
did
fuck.
you know that
What do you
fuck.
mean back then? We still do that shit.
They put out a petition to not test the first atomic bomb. The people who worked in the Manhattan Project, they were afraid that it was literally going to ignite the atmosphere and burn the entire atmosphere off the planet.
They didn't know if it was gonna kill entirely of humanity.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I like those type
Math,
of guys
bud.
that just say, you know what, maybe we ought to hold back. We got to hold back.
This might be too much for us.
This might be too much. And you got to have balls if you're that fucking scientist that puts a big OK in Nevada.
You're switching around.
I pulled your quote off. I'm sorry. What was your
Had
quote?
to go.
What was it?
That was the Oppenheimer quote. Remember?
Oh, I have it memorized.
Oh,
So whenever they finally figured it out,
definitely has to get touched.
he was quoted from an old Hindu book saying, "I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." Basically, realizing the gravity of the situation to what he and his team had just accomplished. So he knows that they had just created a weapon unlike anything that's
Wait
ever
a minute.
been
What
seen.
was the last name?
Oppenheimer? He was
That sounds German.
he was
It
German.
is.
A lot of the people we had working on this were German.
German what? Are these the guys that we fucking saved?
No, you're thinking
these are the
Operation-
Nazi guys.
You're
No,
thinking
they-
Operation Paperclip
They
that
helped with
happened after
NASA,
the war.
though.
So you're telling me there's none of them
Well, Einstein, he was a Jew that escaped.
in the 50s and 60s?
40s.
I guarantee you that working on the nuclear fucking
I'm sure there
bombs
were.
and all that, we had to have these fucking German dudes.
You're not wrong. You're not. I'm sure you're right. But it wasn't the Manhattan Project so much as you're thinking of stuff that happened after Operation Paperclip.
Right.
What was I talking about, Eric? Help me out here. Oh, Oppenheimer. So after they created the bomb, it finally, the gravity of the situation, they've let the cat out of the bag. You know what I mean? You can never unopen Pandora's box.
Yeah, it's not like you can tuck that information away now. It's out. It's known.
Think about it as a scientist, a person who
What year
dedicates-
was that?
1945. So think about that as a person, as a scientist, works your whole life, and you're like excited by this. You guys are mathing all this shit out. Oh, this is so fucking cool. We're building this thing up, and then the day comes and you test it.
And you see what it's capable of. You brought a piece of the fucking sun to Earth, right on the surface of our Earth. You know what I mean? That's what you did, and you see what it can do and what it's capable of.
And
After all these,
you got a general right behind you, fucking war pigging it,
Just
holding his fingers together, going, "We just won
pissing
this
his
motherfucker."
pants. We've won every war that we're ever going to be in now. And now this guy's looking at it going, well, that wasn't what it was about for me. You know what I mean? It was the math and the science and figuring out these new things and a different way of thinking about stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
you know what
Cutting
it
edge,
did?
Breaking.
I get that. I get that they're fucking genius, but you just helped that little fucking 5'2" guy that's got all the little fucking the TGI Friday fucking little fucking stickers and little
Right, his flare.
and now he can't
General
wait.
Badge's flare.
I got
He can't wait to use this shit. He can't wait to fire off one of
Well,
these
that's what he's
things and
saying.
be Mr. Badass.
The scientists that created this stuff had a petition to the government. Don't use these. Do not.
Right.
Don't even test them.
Wasn't that with Truman?
Truman, right?
Yeah.
I think Truman was like, "Fuck, boys, I could only threaten these countries so much."
Well, the threat he laid out to Japan was nuts. He basically said, if you do not surrender, we will stop your ability to do war by dropping fire from the heavens, the likes of which has never been seen on this earth.
The likes of which the world has never seen.
I get that, but then he said the same shit to the Russians, and the Russians were, "Hey, I'm good with that. Hey, you
Oh,
go,
fuck you.
you go, Ivan. You guys got to work on this shit because I cannot get pushed around like this motherfucker is pushing me around every fucking time." That's how it all stemmed out. It's gotta be. There's no other fucking conclusion about it.
Eric asked me a question earlier today that I found interesting. We had different approaches to the answer. What do you think would happen if North Korea successfully detonated a nuclear device inside of America?
What do you think the repercussions to North Korea would be from America?
I get what you guys are saying.
They just killed 20 million people and blew up New York, all of it.
but now
What do we do to them?
20 million.
They killed 20 million people. What do we do?
Of course, we got to go after them.
What do we do, though?
What do you mean? What do we do?
Do we nuke them?
We take out
Do
that.
we blow that whole piece off the map or what?
We make that thing float in the ocean.
See, I
See?
disagree.
Why?
Because it wasn't the people of North Korea who did this. North Korea is run by
I don't give a flying fuck.
We'd literally
with me.
be killing every North Korean citizen
I
ever.
don't give a flying fuck.
They're
that
pe-
you,
those
you
are people
hit,
are slaves.
That's great. I'll sing your fucking
Funeral
save
dirge.
the whales and all that shit and let
Save the
God.
whales.
But I'm telling you right now, if you did that to me, I'm gonna fucking do devastation to you, and I don't give a fucking flying fuck at what bull, what sheep, what cow, what dog I put down in North Korea because they're all going down,
Well, cows and sheep and
including
dogs
the
are one
human
thing.
beings.
Well, that's the other
Not
thing.
the human beings. These
I'm
people are
taking
slaves.
everything down.
They're prisoners.
They literally try to escape this every day.
So what do you want me to do?
We're gonna
just
go
sit
over.
back.
I've come up with a plan, though.
You basically, at this point, you don't nuke North Korea.
You don't nuke North Korea. You invade and conquer everything
like we did
that
Iraq.
they've got. Worse than Iraq. 20 million people? Fucking worse. Iraq didn't even have weapons of mass destruction.
Okay,
And that's what we went
all
over
right.
there for.
Okay, so you're going there for what?
We go over there and we cut the head off of anything and everything that looks like a fucking government or has a uniform on that's
Yeah, we do
military.
what we always
all
do.
of it.
We
You're
do what we
done.
always do.
We
New
do what we
regime.
always do, and we're good at it, and we do it real good.
Okay, I get that. So why don't you just save
only difference is they
save
don't
all
have
that
oil.
and just drop one big bomb on them too?
Well,
I mean, what do we got the bombs for, right?
The people are over there.
You got the big bomb. What did you buy the big bomb? Why did you make the big bomb?
That's probably going to cause war with Russia and China.
Exactly.
No,
that's what those bombs are for.
That's what the bombs are for. The bombs are there so that we don't have to drop them.
Bros.
We're so naive.
I'm telling you right now, if China sees 20 million
China
of
is
yours,
here, Mr. Burton.
what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
If Russia or China sees 20 million of yours that are down, they're gonna kick back and say, "You know what? You really did it this time, little fat guy. I've been backing you up this entire time, but I'm not fucking gonna have this on my conscience because you know what? After they nuke your shit and you're a floating fucking island." They're gonna fuck with me because I helped your fucking sorry ass that start this shit.
Jay Farnsworth in the chat brings a good point. So you and Trump are aligned on this.
What are you talking about?
You guys are perfectly in alignment on what your views are.
I'm telling who said that? I can't see it.
Jay Farnsworth.
Jay, I'm telling you, man.
Jacob.
Jacob, I'm saying to you right now that there is no way that you don't respond with a nuclear bomb.
He said he agrees.
But it's not a Trump thing. It's a whole fucking Americana thing. We stand up. We're the NRAs. We like to blow shit up. This is a good way to blow shit up.
I got to say, though, there's millions and millions of people over there that don't deserve to die, that would die for nothing for what their leader did.
Look, you're under that flag, aren't you?
I'm under.
You're under
American
that North
flag.
Korean flag, aren't you? Well, no, I'm saying
human,
you.
Before I'm an American, I'm a human.
I'm talking to you as a farmer in North Korea.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm saying to you right now that you're still under their regime. You're still feeding their troops. You're still supplying something to someone else.
Because if I don't,
have
they kill
to
me.
drop another bomb on your ass, too. That's just the way I have to be.
Well, if it's because
you drop something on me, I'm dropping one on you. It's got nothing to do with Democrats or Republicans.
Mutually assured destruction.
Right.
Mad, yeah.
That's a bad idea altogether.
Well, it is what it is.
So you're like
it or not.
Fine, fuck it. Let's start the
Even
process
Iran,
that's gonna destroy the world.
You think Iran wanted to? They even warned American fucking airstrip. Hey, I don't want to do this, but you hit me first. Took out my general. Now I got to take out something. I'm telling you, I'm going to hit this rural airstrip for your military. Take all your people out of there because I got to hit it. I have to hit it. If I don't hit it, I got 80 million Iranian people there that expect Big Dad to take care of its what's went down.
Yeah, they had to save face, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, save face for sure.
I have to do this, so I have to respond.
So you think that saving face for America after we get nuked is nuking someone else?
Well, there's no question. There's no question. You're going to see Americana at its peak because 9/11, you seen us agreeing with that little fuckhead that we never even liked. But then when that happened, we were all together.
Yeah, that's fair. But I don't think anybody at any time was thinking we should nuke these guys or crash planes in
Bro, we didn't care what happened to them, and we could give a flying fuck what could have happened to them.
Some people didn't care.
No. We were all out for Bin Laden.
I disagree, sir.
So could you sit at the seat?
Well, Bin Laden, sure.
Could you sit at the seat and push the button?
That's what I'm saying. Bin Laden.
Bin Laden's one thing, and we're talking Kim Jong-un. You go in and take out Kim Jong-un. You don't take out all of Bin Laden's people that live in the caves.
I don't think that rationally that we're all thinking like what you just said.
Listen,
I would
that
hope
means you're going to get killed for the actions of Donald Trump. Think about it like that.
I'm
you're
not getting killed. I'm dropping one more bomb on him.
But listen, if Donald Trump drops a bomb on Russia and then Russia drops a bomb on us in retaliation and kills you, you just got killed for the actions of your leader, which is and that would be wrong. But it is exactly what would happen to the South Korean or the North Korean people.
No, but I'm just saying though. It's called retaliation.
Okay, well, I get it.
Retaliation 101. This isn't the 090 class. You will get my full fucking effect if you fuck with me like that.
Right. Well,
and that's what's got. And that's not a Republican or a Democrat thing. That is just fucking the nature of the beast. I have that bomb, and you're telling me now I don't use it. I've got all these people in the neighborhood. I'm a big mobster.
So
I'm the big mobster. Right. And now you took one of my family members out. You think I'm only going to take one of your family members out? Fuck you. I'm the big man. I'm taking all your clan out.
So when does it end, though? So
When
like,
I
say
take
they-
out
say
all
they-
the fuck
hang
you
on,
got.
Hang on. So say you throw a bomb back at them, retaliation. They throw 2 bombs back here. Now that's 3 total for a total of 60 million Americans done already together. How long can we sustain that war?
No. Yeah, we can sustain on this notion right
There's
here.
only like 350 million
well,
Americans.
you're saying that, but how many fucking North Koreans there are? One. And number 2, as soon as you drop that one on them, it paralyzes them for good. They will never ever raise anything on
North
you
Korea.
again.
But what about Russia?
Russia
Apply
will
the same
not.
situation
Russia is
to Russia or
all
China.
about Russia and China. They're much more smarter.
Let me
in
put it
the
like
sense
this. It
that
took
they're-
2 bombs for Japan to do it.
And then they didn't even know it existed, though.
Right, and they didn't have anything to come back. So say Japan had the bombs, you think they would have fucking like or immediately would have surrendered?
If they got back healthier, I really believe that if they did have a bomb, they would have released it. But the way we did it was boom, let's wait a day or 2, and then boom again. It's almost like, you know what, this is going to happen to you again and again and again.
So what you're saying is pop the bully before the bully continues to make you a bitch your whole life.
I don't agree with it in Japan as much as I do with the North Korea scenario.
I mean,
If
what's
they
different?
used it
Japan-
on us.
Japan attacked us without
Pearl
provocation. For Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, but if you really notice that, they even avoided the civilian people and all that. Yeah, I mean, they went out military. They took out the ships. They even had kids that were under them and they were waving. They didn't even know what a plane is what. They didn't take out those civilians at all. The Japan mentality was we are going to not even that. They didn't even have to do that. Those were all bomber flights to disable, to paralyze the American Navy once and for all.
So let me ask you this. Do you think then we were not justified in dropping those 2 bombs on Japan?
No, I would not have ever started anything like that.
Could you push the button?
And I can't do that.
Well, what if
I
you
can't be that
What's a
person.
nukeable offense then? What is something someone could do? Just,
There is none.
there is none to start
There
a
is
nuclear
none
war.
to
Okay.
start a nuclear fucking
I agree.
Holocaust.
I agree.
If you
Let
can't,
me ask you this. By killing that 200,000 plus people that you killed with those 2 bombs in Japan, maybe you saved 1 million American lives. Would that be worth it to you?
that's a million. But I still got to reflect on.
So you would have done it in that
I would
case.
kill 2 million
Japanese to save a
million Americans.
So now you have no problem with killing Japanese
If it's
farmers.
to save American lives.
Well, then what the fuck were you arguing with
We're
me
not saving
for?
anybody's life. They're already dead. Why are we going to kill innocent people if we don't
You're
have
gonna
to?
kill innocent people in Japan like you did.
So I would say the only reason we would nuke them is if there was an imminent threat that they were going to do it again. And the only way to stop them from doing it again would be to nuke them. That would be the only reason I would nuke somebody.
Yeah.
If the only recourse I had was dropping a nuclear weapon on them, that's what I would do.
I don't
know how it's getting there though.
I think all nuclear bombs exist to do these days.
Oh,
Are a
God,
deterrent.
those headphones suck.
Yeah, they do. I have mine off too. Is a deterrent. I feel like all nuclear bombs are these days as a deterrent. He's got some, so we got to have some. So that way, if we both got them, we know what's going to happen if we drop and if you drop. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong. Let's finish this out. I want to talk real quick about the
This
Tsar
was
Bomba.
kind of cool.
Hang on, I didn't get the button question. Could
All
you
right.
push the button?
I pushed the button. You made me
Could
push
you
the
push
button.
the button?
Yeah, I told
Could you
you.
make the decision to
If-
say fuck it, nuke them, push the button?
Eric, I'm telling you right now, if they did that to me, I would retaliate by
So
pushing
you're
the button.
you're the president. Oh fuck it, you're a citizen, and they just destroyed New York. They've did a random lottery to find one citizen that is responsible for
Our
pressing
government's stupid enough to do that shit.
to send the you hit the launch. Would you, knowing that happened, would you be the citizen to step up and say, I will hit the button?
right
The button
now,
says kill 20 million people.
Right now, I'm acting like a real badass
Right.
by saying I could do it. But as I'm reaching for that, I'm picturing women, children, elderly, whatever.
Boiling alive.
Whatever it is, and I'm going to have to step aside and have some fucking guy that can really do it because in my mind, I'm killing a lot of people.
Right, it's
that
easy to
had
say,
nothing
let's
to
do
do
it.
with
Well, that's what I
this.
say. What if you get your finger over the button and you change your mind all of a sudden, and then your buddy next to you goes and just pushes your hand down on it, and then
Okay, that I didn't do that though.
okay.
I don't feel bad about that because I wasn't the one.
You
Just
let it
like-
get to the point where the button's armed, though.
I'm looking towards it. I got my finger towards it.
You've turned the key now that it's armed.
I've done all that, but
Secret codes are entered.
well, I mean that's the same concept as a guy in an electric chair with all the buttons right there and all the switches. I mean,
Hangman.
I mean,
Hangman.
this
Except there's a
guy's
lot of
killed.
chairs.
This guy's killed 5 fucking people, and now I'm going to be doing this. I'm okay mentally, but as I get closer to it, I'm not having that fucking vibe that I did 2 minutes ago.
Because it's hard, hopefully, for a normal person to end another person's life. And then you stack on the gravity of 20 million lives.
But then I got to tell you, Big E, if I look in that glass wall there with the parents of of that kid that was killed, taken out to the woods and fucking abused and killed and raped and all that, I'm now feeling pretty good that I can pull that fucking
I don't think I'd
switch.
want to do it.
I think I can. I really think I can.
I probably could, but I wouldn't.
Because
want
I got that fucking, I had that license plate, I for an I. I didn't have that for no reason. If something, God forbid, happened to my friends or family, I'm going to have to take retaliation.
You're a big Hood of Hammurabi guy, aren't you?
What? Who?
Code of Hammurabi.
It's the original eye for an eye thing.
Well, that's got to be it. That's got to be it, boys.
Eric,
So-
what's your poll you got here?
No, my poll is we want it answered from you guys. Who should have the button? And this was before I knew Armand wasn't going to
Could
be
you
here.
do it?
If everyone had to decide, Everett gets
Who's the most
to
responsible
operate
person
the button,
to be the
Eric
button
gets to
operator?
operate the button, or Ocho/Armand gets to operate the button.
No, you can't slash that.
How can anyone in your minds think that they should be the one responsible for
if
pressing
they
that
only
button?
President of the
got
United
three
States.
choices, yeah.
Who the fuck is our president of the United States right now is a complete fucking moron.
And he has that power at all times.
And he has that power. So you're saying just because he's the president of the United States, I think that there should be more entities involved
More oversight?
than one fucking guy. There was a guy named Neuro or what?
Euro, yeah.
Euro. What was his name?
Nero, the guy that burnt Rome.
Yeah, he was a complete nutcase, man. And you're saying, oh, just because government. And I mean, we talked about this about a half hour ago. I just don't think that everyone should have this type of power. No one
right,
should
for
have
sure.
this
But
power.
for this scenario, I was asking the audience. You can email us your answer or leave us a voicemail if you've got something fucking clever to say. But who should have control of the button?
Can
if
you
it's
have
Surreal
none
Talk
of
or the
above,
government?
though?
I guess you could technically say none of the above, but you got no other options. This is the 3 that you get. You know what I mean? Oh, look, definitely Everett.
Obvious.
What the
I mean,
fuck?
It's obvious you're giving it to me.
There's a lot of oversight. Yeah, the president have it law. Yeah, so Team Eric for the button. I would not push it unless I had to.
What? No,
That's my campaign slogan.
okay, but you're still leaving me as a fucking voter out there clueless because, okay, you have to. What do you have to do then? Because now we just got New York fucking blown up. Are you still going to or not? You just said you're still not.
Do you have to? I mean, the question is, he's asking you is when do you have to?
When do I have to? Well, when the time's right.
When's the time right?
Well, you know
damn
that
it.
when it happens.
Well, give us a scenario.
You cross that bridge when it gets there.
No, we're asking you to cross that bridge now and give us a scenario that would put you over the edge to hit that button.
If they did something worthy of the button to be pushed.
Now, what is that fucking thing?
Oh, for love of God. You're avoiding it.
He's just full of shit.
I don't know.
Let's skip the question.
All right.
I don't know. I wouldn't know until I got there. I really wouldn't know.
I already told you what I would do if nukes were my final option, no other option to stop them from carrying out a major attack on us. Then yes, that's what I would have to do.
They just carried it out. They just dropped it. They killed 20 million people. New York is
Right.
completely flat.
Right, and if I could have dropped a nuke to stop that from happening, I would have. But now
No,
it's
but
after
now,
the fact.
I'm
Now it's after the
asking you, Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
Biggie, are
Yes,
you
sir.
ready now?
No.
You're still
Oh,
not.
what's this? I have intelligence from the CIA stating that they are now taking out Chicago. It's imminent danger that nukes will be dropped in Chicago. And
Nuke 'em.
if I take out Pyongyang, North Korea,
fucking nuke them.
then yes, it will be stopped. Then yes, I will do that.
Nuke
But
'em.
at this point, without
But you're giving them one strike.
I'm
fucking
giving it.
nuke 'em.
If there's not intelligence that states it's going to happen again, there's no point in doing it.
So you're okay with one strike.
No, I'm not okay with
North
it.
Korea, you could get one shot on us. Our president,
That is
Big
not
E,
true.
here has said
No, because
you
after
don't
that
get-
happens, I'm coming in and I'm taking you out.
Here's the thing. What are you going to do if they fire one? We intercept. Do we go back and nuke? Do we nuke them?
No, we
because
say,
they
"Ha, ha,
tried.
you failed."
They fucking tried, though.
No,
they
you
tried
don't.
to kill 20 million people. What do we do?
Well, I think
We
the
go in again and
launching
take
or
them out.
landing are different.
Okay. But
I mean, that's
not
where
from
I
their
look.
side. Not from their side. From
They're-
the North Korean perspective, they're doing the exact same
in my
thing.
opinion, there is no need for a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Okay. Yeah. Right on.
Now, there is a need for a defensive nuclear strike. That's the difference, in my opinion, between retaliation and defense. Now, if that 20 million strike, if I knew beforehand that New York was getting ready to take out, and I could use a nuke to stop that, I would. But if it's already happened, there's no point, in my opinion, for retaliating with a nuke. Now, if I have intelligence that I've already hit New York, and I know they're planning on Chicago again, and I have
Nuke 'em.
intelligence that says if I hit them with a nuke here, that's going to stop it.
You
I'll
just
do
took
that.
What if it was false intelligence?
Well, I mean, that's the game.
Just
you
like
play of
Middle
nukes.
East, we had weapons of mass destruction in
you
Iraq.
Just took
Better
out
safe than
fucking
sorry when you got
my
some
area,
intelligence.
man.
I mean, if that's how you got to justify.
You just okayed fucking taking out my
I'm taking
New
out
York.
Chesterfield.
This guy couldn't torture anyone. What the fuck? Are you guys fucking serious? You're going to give him the
this
button?
torture?
He couldn't even torture you.
No.
You're boiling people's skin off. I guess since it's an incident, it doesn't count, eh?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Well, you don't even know you don't even have a principle to say when you
Hey,
do it.
fucking nuke him, you know?
At least I have some fucking logic.
Nuke him.
All right, quickly. John's got to be out here in 4 minutes. Let's go quick over the Tsar Bomba, and we'll finish up the first half.
Nuke him.
So Japan. Wow, I'm way off right off the bat. Russia decides they're going to create the biggest fucking bomb of all time, and they call it the Tsar Bomba, the mother of bombs, basically. And they do. They drop a 50 million or 50 megaton bomb in Siberia in a little island off the coast of northern Russia. And it blows. It actually doubles what they thought they were going to have. They were only trying for a 25 megaton explosion. They end up getting a 50 megaton. So right there, that's a big fuck up. You create double the biggest blast ever made. It blows out windows as far as 1,000 miles
Norway.
in Finland. Yeah, in
No,
Norway.
Finland and Norway got their windows blown out of their
Jesus Christ.
1,000 miles away.
nuts, dude.
I don't know. That's they said whenever they drop the bomb, there's a 50-50 chance that the people flying the plane that dropped the bomb wouldn't even survive.
The guy in the pilot knew that 50-50 shot. He wasn't living from just dropping this test bomb.
When they dropped that bomb, they attached a parachute to it. The parachute itself weighed 1 ton. It was that big of a parachute.
It had to be so big to get him to float. So it was the bomb itself was fucking what? A huge,
60,000
big as a
pounds.
truck. It was a
About
fucking
bus,
semi,
actually,
dude.
yeah, about a
Huge.
bus. So they dropped that fucker. They got
Huge.
away 30 miles before that thing blew. And it still, whenever they got hit by that shockwave, they went into a dive and dived 3,300 more feet because they were out of control for a short
So
amount of
did
time.
they blow up?
They lived. Well, so says Russia.
Yeah,
I'm willing to bet they didn't.
Right.
I'm willing to bet they got fucking blowed up.
Oh,
with the
they're
bomb.
okay. They're okay.
This guy is good at
move on.
home.
Next
He
question.
survived nice. He's
Igor,
like
what do you got?
broken ankle. He's
Just like
good,
the
though.
dog and
broken
monkeys
ankle.
they sent up came back just fine too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
and he's on the table. He's got some surgery, light
Everything's
surgery.
fine. Everything's fine. He just
All
had
right.
a
Well,
little
we've
boo-boo.
gone through the ringer on this episode. Ochoman, thanks for coming on. Let's
Oh, thank
real quick
you
talk
guys.
about I've been on your Ochoman show a lot lately. I still don't consider myself a host, but I've been guesting a lot. I am a co-host though on a new show we're doing on the Ochoman channel. That is called The Drive-By. You guys know we go out and blow one, burn one, get ripped before a lot of our shows. Well, we decided to take
Before
an
the
audio.
Ochoman shows, yeah.
Ochoman, this show, a lot of shows we go and get high, but before the Ochoman in particular, we've taken a recorder with us and are recording our shenanigans. If you want
I
to hear
thought
the
it
crazy
was a
bullshit,
great idea, man.
if you want to hear the crazy bullshit we do before a show, join us on The Drive-By. You can find that just by subscribing to the Ochoman Behind the 8 Ball podcast.
I got an idea about that show too. For when we get off air, you'll really like it, and so will you.
I doubt it, but
All right.
we'll listen to it. All
Hey
right, guys, thanks for
thank
coming.
you so much. I love you guys.
Oach, thanks. You
And
can take off.
thank
We'll
you,
catch you next
fans,
time.
and I hope some of you got on the Ochoman Express and backed off the Armand.
Some of you that hate him, hopefully now you don't hate him as much. I mean, we can hope for that, right?
Yeah, no shit. What the fuck was that all about? They hate me and they love him. That's
It's hard. Hey, they love Armand all over the place,
insane.
man. You're not gonna change their
dude.
mind.
Who the fuck loves that fucking slug?
Don't go anti-Armand. They'll tear you apart here. I'm telling you. I've tried it. They tore me apart.
They love
love him.
Armand.
A lot of people have Armand tattoos.
All right. Fuck. That's really fucked up.
Check us out, Surreal Talk. See you, Oach. Check us out, SurrealTalkPodcast.com. Make sure to vote on the poll. Love you too, man. Let's check out, see where we're at here. Last I checked, I was in the lead.
Were you really?
I checked out over the weekend. Let's see where we're at.
All right.
Right now, the score is Team Eric, 583. Team Everett, 586, ladies and gentlemen. I am in the lead after many years.
All you got to do, yeah, I've been in the lead for
Like 3 years.
3 years,
And
yeah.
I'm finally in the lead. Fuck you.
www.
You know what? Now that I'm in the lead, fuck you. I don't need you. You're fired. This is now SurrealEverett.com.
SurrealTalkPodcast.com. Vote in the poll.
Yeah, make sure you vote in the poll. Otherwise, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/SurrealTalk.
Yes, mate. YouTube at
voluntary-
youtube.com/Surreal Talk Podcast.
Right. Voluntary subscription service on Patreon. Blah, diddy, blah, blah. Follow us
At,
on all of
at
our
Surreal Talk Show and on Twitter.
Follow us on all of our social media accounts, including Twitter, Facebook.
Facebook.com/groups/Surreal Talk. Cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just search Surreal Talk on Facebook. You'll see our
Yeah,
group banner
if you
page.
just type Surreal Talks into Google, you'll fucking find us, all right? Be my pretty fucking picture fucking showing up for you.
Yeah, thanks for that. One other thing. What was it? Oh, emails. Info@Surreal Talk Podcast. Leave us a voicemail at Surreal Talk Podcast. Click the little
With
thing.
who you think should have the button. We want to know who you guys think should have the button.
Leave us a voicemail at, let's see, area code 314. Crap, I don't remember the rest. I've almost got it loaded up, though.
314-779-0. No, that's not it. 329
0070.
314-329-0070.
You can leave us a voicemail right now, and we'll have it on the show before we start the after show here in a few minutes.
Yes, mate.
All right, we'll catch you guys out there live in YouTube land here in a few minutes. Those of you in podcast land, download the next fucking episode if you made it this far and give it a listen.
Do it, yeah.
All right, see you then.
Do it.
Hey, like, it's my first fucking
See
hole.
you guys on stream here in a few minutes. We're out.
My first fucking hole?